Hello everyone. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever looked at the clock at work and thought, surely it must be 6 p.m. by now? And then you check the time and it's only 2:17. Suddenly, those remaining hours feel longer than an entire month. Have you ever noticed it? Well, today I discovered something that sounds almost too good to be true. June 2 is National Leave the Office Early Day. Yes, that's an actual thing. And honestly, I think whoever invented it deserves a standing ovation. If you agree, then please let me know in the comment section because I completely agree with it. Because I think that this day deserves an official recognition. Imagine receiving an official message saying, "Congratulations, you have worked efficiently today, please go home." No emergency meeting, no last minute email, no just one quick thing, just freedom. Now, before everyone starts packing their bags and running for the exit, that's not exactly the point of this day. You're not supposed to pack your bags and then you're supposed to exit. This is not the meaning of this day. Well, National Leave the Office Early Day was created in 2004 by productivity expert Laura Stack. The idea wasn't to encourage laziness, it was actually the opposite. The idea was simple: work smarter, be productive, finish what needs to be done first, and prioritize your task, and then enjoy your life. A revolutionary concept, apparently. Agree or not? Well, because somewhere along the way, many of us started believing that being busy automatically means being successful. But this day doesn't define this. We have created a culture where exhaustion has become a badge of honor. People proudly announce that I only slept for 4 hours and they flaunt their burnout. But no. Some even say that I haven't taken a vacation in 2 years. I answered emails during dinner. And everyone responds, "Wow, you are too dedicated. You are so dedicated." But are we dedicated or are we just tired? That's the question. That's the big question, because maybe we are not at all working smarter. We are just facing burnout. As someone who has worked in journalism and digital media, I've experienced deadlines, shift work, breaking news, and the pressure of constant productivity. There were days when finishing one task immediately created 3 more. That used to be a day of my life. Sometimes it felt like the work day wasn't ending at all. It was simply changing locations from the office desk to the phone screen. And that's why this conversation feels so important, because productivity and burnout are not the same thing at all. Working longer does not automatically means that you are working efficiently. It means that you are working better. In fact, many studies suggest the opposite. After a certain point, our focus drops. If we are working so much, if we are working overtime, our creativity declines. But no one believes it. You know why? Because they think that as the practice makes a man perfect, as the mistake increases, we increase our aura. And yet we continue staring at screens, hoping that sheer willpower will somehow generate better results. But you know what? It's a little like trying to charge your phone while simultaneously draining the battery. You're not supposed to drain your battery. You are supposed to charge your phone, right? So eventually something gives, and usually that something is us. So why should we work more than the hours that we are supposed to complete? So what's fascinating is that this conversation expanded beyond one day. Around the world, there has been growing interest in shorter work weeks. You may have heard about the idea of a 4-day work week. Have you ever heard about it? For years, organizations and workers have been discussing whether reducing working hours could actually improve productivity rather than harm it. At first, it sounds impossible. Work less, accomplish more, but then you think about modern technology. We have automation. Welcome to artificial intelligence world. You have scheduling tools, I'm sorry, communication apps, cloud platforms, and there is software that completes tasks in minutes that once required hours. So now you can work smartly. So now you can think that how technology was supposed to save us time. And the question is, what are we doing with the time we save? What are we supposed to do in that save time? Now, because many people feel busier than ever, somehow we have turned efficiency into an opportunity to add more work rather than more life. So instead of looking for a new relationship, instead of going for the date with the wife, they are thinking of adding more work. And maybe that's why conversations about work-life balance continue to grow. Now, don't get me wrong. I believe in hard work. Believe me. I believe in ambition. I believe in building meaningful careers. I'm not joking, right? But I also believe in having a little life outside of work. It means that a life that includes family dinners. I can go for a family dinner. I deserve one family dinner. Come on. Books, movies, travel, hobbies, walks in nature. Oh God. I really don't want to go back to my workplace if I'm just walking in nature. Conversations that don't involve deadlines. I mean, as a writer, one of the strangest things I've learned is that creativity rarely appears when I'm forcing it. Some of my best ideas have arrived while walking, while traveling, while sitting quietly, while doing absolutely nothing productive. Which makes me wonder that how rest is not productive. Because what if rest isn't the opposite of productivity? What if rest is part of productivity? Think about athletes. They train hard, but they also recover. And you know what? I have also forgotten about musicians. Musicians practice, but they also pause. The writers write, but they also reflect. Nature itself follows cycles of activity and rest, but somehow some people avoid it because they decide to work like machines. And even machines need maintenance, but they want to work till the last time. And maybe the real lesson of National Leave the Office Early Day isn't about leaving work. Maybe it's about leaving behind the guilt associated with rest. Because somewhere along the way, many of us started feeling guilty for relaxing. Because we feel that we are relaxing, but we don't. So guilty for taking breaks, guilty for enjoying ourselves, and we don't simply exist. So it's like guilty for simply existing without producing something. But life was never meant to be an endless to-do list. You know why? Because your value isn't measured by how exhausted you are. Your worth isn't determined by how many hours you are spending online. And your success shouldn't require sacrificing your health. So you know what? The day defines your health system also. Imagine finishing your work day and having time left for yourself, or you would have eaten good nourishing food. You have time to read, time to exercise, time to learn something new. Interesting, isn't it? Time to call your parents or wife or husband, time to meet friends, time to pursue a passion that you always avoided or ignored, passionate project, time to simply breathe. that you can breathe in this chaotic world. That doesn't irresponsible. Okay, that doesn't sound irresponsible at all. No, it is not irresponsibility. It sounds human. You are human. And perhaps that's the future many people are advocating for. Not a future without work, a future with healthier work, a future where productivity is measured by outcomes rather than hours, a future where efficiency creates freedom instead of additional pressure. So, if more tools are there, there is a technology, you're not supposed to work more. A future where people can build careers without burning themselves out. So, if you're watching this on June 2, maybe celebrate National Leave the Office Early Day in your own way. For example, finish your task, close your laptop, take a walk, watch a movie, spend time with someone you love, read a book, visit a park, and enjoy the passionate work that you always avoided, and do something that reminds you that your life is bigger than your inbox. Because work is important, but so is living. And perhaps the goal was never to leave the office early, but to work smartly. Perhaps the goal was always to return to ourselves. Okay, so return to ourselves. So if this message resonated with you, don't forget to like, share and subscribe this channel. Thank you for watching, and if you ever wished for a shorter work week, or if you have learned something important about work-life balance, I would love to hear your thoughts. Until next time, take care of yourself, and don't forget that rest is productive too.